the other angle that apparently he's trying to go after tonight is to say that Republicans created the border crisis that he is now solving.
Uh,
I just, you're down there in Texas. I don't, to me, again, I'm like, what else do you guys want? I'm going, of all the things that you pick, what do you, I don't know. I mean, maybe that is a joke and it's trying to get us to focus on something else. You're literally going to say that the border, he undid 95 executive actions of President Trump. He was proud of it. He was proud of.
Bragged
They
about it.
call him newcomers. You guys down in Texas, remember that the next time that you see that, call him, be like, "Hello, newcomer, welcome. Come to the social tomorrow night. We've got some nice mixers and chips, but the chips aren't as big because of shrinkflation. So, but come on in, newcomers."
It's interesting because, we used to talk about this on our show that Democrats love to flip the narrative and they're really good at framing a message. And that's what you're seeing here. He's trying to flip the script and act like it's not his fault when he's ignored it essentially until the last few weeks when he's realized it's become almost in tandem with people caring about the economy and how they're voting because it's become such a pervasive issue in our country. And so he all of a sudden is paying attention and acting like this is something that he cares about when all along, to your point, since day one, he didn't care about. The interesting thing as well, I was reading an op-ed from young voters who are actually upset with him about the border for opposite reasons, people who hoped that he would help create a path to citizenship, which he also hasn't done. So I think he's making a lot of people mad on both sides by trying to find that quote unquote middle ground. He's actually frustrating both sides. And the right knows that he's lying. And the left is mad that he hasn't done what they thought he would do with the border and open it up, but also make it accessible to people, which he hasn't done. He's created a nightmare by all the things that he says in this bill now that he should have been doing in the beginning, adding more judges, adding more people at the border, creating, if he really wanted to have a quote unquote open border, that he should have put the infrastructure in place, which he didn't. He just put no rules in place, which we were seeing now, which is lawlessness. So I think it's really going to come back to bite him in the end by trying to play cute and acting like this isn't his fault when it's very clear that it is his fault. I mean, all along, remember, they wouldn't call this a crisis at the border. They would say,
not a crisis.
Oh, yeah, not a crisis. So I think the fact that he's probably going to come strong on that tonight, it's going to look silly to most people.
You do it on the heels of them admitting that they flew on airplanes 320,000 people in from other countries. You can't be like, I'm tough on the border. I just flew a third of the state of Rhode Island and Delaware into the U.S.